Hey everyone, welcome back to Z's Bees. Today we're going to go through, I came down here yesterday and I just wanted to see the level of the 2-to-1 sugar syrup that we had put in there. And each one of these hives was completely empty. So again, I mixed up a batch of 2-to-1 sugar water and made 3 more gallons that we're going to put on there. We're also going to put on some pollen patties. The combination between the pollen patty, which is the proteins, and then the sugar water, which is the carbohydrates, is going to keep that queen thinking that, hey, there's a whole bunch of nectar and pollen coming in. I'm going to keep laying all the brood. So when she does that, the goal now is to make sure that they are not only getting enough food to go day to day, but also getting food to store some in there for winter. So this is all about winter preparation. So I've already taken all the different straps off of there. We'll take a look here. There shouldn't be anything in the top box as we have it screened off, and it looks like that's the way it is. Just gonna smoke a little around here. See if this is, so we'll take this off. We'll take the box off first. Again, this is just a protection. It's not absolutely necessary, but again, I don't want raccoons. If you see here, this is pretty, so we'll give a quick look here. Make sure the queen isn't up here. It would be unlikely that she would be. I don't see her. Then we'll give this a little shake. They'll all find their way home. We'll set this bucket aside for now. We'll smoke them here. Again, these other holes are for ventilation. During the winter, they don't need that much ventilation. They absolutely do need some though. So I probably won't use these boards over winter. We'll get some different ones and it's a moisture board, but that'll be a different video. So they've sealed that in there. We'll open it up. We'll give them some smoke. And you see the population is still quite strong. It's a bit deceiving because all of these bees, or most of these bees, are not going to be the ones that make it through to next year. So now I just want to be real conscious about looking for that queen, because right now it's just the 2 brood chambers and she's in there. There's no excluder on there. So now I'm going to give that a little shake. We'll set that down here. And I'm not going to pull any of these out right now. I can still see that they have quite a bit of capped stores in there. I also see some drones in there. We're getting to the point now where they will be getting ready to kick out all the drones. The drones really have no purpose during the winter, and what they do is they end up eating a lot of the stores, and so the bees take a look at that and say, hey, we need you out of here, and they kick them out, and it's essentially a death sentence for them. So bees are a little bit little ornery. It's been colder out. I feel them tapping my hands. They're not stinging. And I got good weight on this. So take a look around here. This one's a little bit different because of if you remember, I used these black. I had 2 different kinds. With the heat and stuff, there was a lot of flexion. And so this frame, this black, is actually concaved over. So there wasn't enough room over there, but I can see in the next frame, it's still all capped over honey, or I guess some of it could be the sugar water now. It's probably still some of the honey, so they're still looking good here. What I'm gonna do next, and this is all one camera shot. I wanted to kind of show you that it doesn't take a ton of time doing certain things with working with bees. It's really quite just a matter of planning ahead. So this is a pollen patty. It's in between here is the pollen patty. This is, I believe, Bee Pro, and this is a wax paper. You don't need to do anything with it. We'll slide, we'll put that down. And I actually brought down 4 of them. So I'm gonna tear off, or I'm gonna use my tool. I'm gonna cut a little bit of this one here. We'll give each one about a patty and a quarter, if I can actually get it to tear. So, sorry bees, probably not the best spot to work, but they'll be all right. So we'll put that in there. This is some really sticky stuff, so whether you're wearing gloves to protect from the bees or wearing gloves just for the pollen patties, it's just kind of just a good idea. So you see there, he's on my hand, but again, it's one of those, he's not real aggressive right now. You can just take him and he's gone, or she's gone, I should say. So now, and now that one just tried to sting me in the same spot, so there's a pheromone probably. So I'll take and I'll just smoke my glove. Didn't go through, but again, they're it's a little bit early in the morning yet. They're a little testy. So when I built these, I put this 1/4 inch rim around it, not only for bee space, but also because I had planned ahead and I knew that I was going to be putting down some pollen patties. So if you look at now, they're all bumping my hand. They're not liking my hand right now. They're not stinging it, but they're getting real interested in it. So I'm going to put this on. Okay. All right, so now we're going to grab our bucket, fill it to the top so that it's nice and full. You'll invert it. You'll have a little bit that'll run out. It'll create the suction. And then we'll come in here and we'll try not to squish any. We'll put it on top. That one's done. So not only do we have 2-to-1 sugar water, we have pollen patties in there, everything that the hive needs for the queen to keep rearing some brood in there. We'll put this back on here. And it looks like all of them made their way out. So now we'll take this, put it on. This hive's done. We'll do the same thing for the next 2. We'll show you some footage if there's anything real interesting on there. Thank you. Okay, total elapsed time, probably about 5 to 7 minutes. We're gonna take, this is the screened inner cover. Set that down, we'll put our protection box there. Try not to squish any bees. Match up our corners, put our cover on. This will keep yellow jackets out, but it also provides that ventilation through there. Take, put this on. The weather's gonna be good, so I'm not putting the straps on right now because I'm gonna be checking back in a little bit. The rate in which they went through those buckets was pretty quick. Interesting thing, when I was going through this hive, when I took the lid off, I was looking for the queen and actually saw a mite on the back of one of the bees. So I'm still probably gonna test, but that's an indication that there's some mites here. I don't know how bad the problem is, but I'll end up using some Apivar strips, and then I'll also use oxalic acid, and I'll do videos on both of those to treat them so that they have a very nominal or super small mite load going into winter. If you have heavy mites, chances are you're gonna lose your hive over the winter. So everything's good for today. All the honey supers are cleaned out. At this point, it's just managing and getting them ready for winter. Thanks for watching. This is Z's Bees. If you get a chance, go on to Facebook page. I have Instagram now, as well as give it a subscribe on there. The more subscribers, the more it gets out there, and it's just kind of cool. So thank you.